And welcome back. Now, it has finally arrived after being delayed by one day, but I was so excited to see the courier arrive outside with my parcel. It is what I previewed last week, the Marvel's Spider-Man from the 2018 video game with the white spider on his chest, made by Displate. Ta-da! Now I have waited 1 week for this. I am very happy to have it in hand with me today. Now, taking a quick closer look, I will place it back down shortly and we'll zoom in with the camera. But yeah, so far very impressed. I expected it to be good, to be fair. Looking at the preview email last week, yeah, I had my hopes high and has been rewarded for it. Okay, we'll start at the top. I am loving it. I was worried about the helicopter not really standing out. It looked a bit... Now, this was based off a photo and an email. It didn't really look like it was in focus as such. It looked like it was something in the background. I was worried that it wouldn't have the same textures as Spider-Man and the bridge, but it does. It really looks good. And I also missed the webbing over his right shoulder back with that arm behind him. I didn't see that on the original. On that preview photographs from the email, I missed it. Now back to the Brooklyn Bridge, as we're right at the bottom here. I love it. It's been difficult to capture, but the 3D printing around the bridge and the buildings is lovely. And of course, Spider-Man front and centre is looking great. The colours are fantastic. I would say if I had to really pick a fault, it was this close webbing coming from his left hand. But other than that, I would say the rest is perfect. It was only a personal little thing that I don't know, I expected a tad more textures to the webbing. That was all. That is it. But as we go through shot by shot now, hopefully you can see the 3D printing, but if not, you can definitely admire the colours. It is looking it looks so fantastic. Honestly, if you've picked this up, you'll know exactly what I mean. And if you haven't, hopefully you can get that by these images. It really is something. I've tried to capture nearly every corner of this thing just to give you a close look at just all of it. Whether it's the neon lights on the bridge, suggesting that there are emergency vehicles up there. You have the helicopter, you have the webbing, the 3D printing around the buildings, Spider-Man's suit itself. It's looking good. It really is. There is such a nice colour palette to this one. We've gone past it now, but back then when I was zoomed in on the chest, there is an orange glow coming from behind him, whether it's the sun or some form of fire, an explosion. There's so many little bits on this piece that just stand out. No matter where you place the camera, there is something somewhere to look at and admire. Just take his foot here. You can feel that it's 3D, that he is stepping not on the bridge but in front of it. And just with the reaching pose that he's in, it is looking incredible. I could keep praising this thing all day, but I imagine by now you want to see it on display. The first image, I had Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn in the background with some merchandise in the front. I have taken her off and put Spider-Man up there with, once again, the video game and some other merchandise in front. It looks good. I like it. But I know I have also got another piece from Displate, which has Spider-Man again from the 2018 game, and I wanted it to sit right next to that as well and see what it looks like. 2 Marvel, 2 DC, and then of course my Quantum next door. So going from one wall, we jump to the other. You will recognise the Quantum, and if you follow the channel you will recognise the 3 others. I think it really works here on this wall mostly, but that's the best thing. They're on magnets, you can take them off. Just be careful, that is all I'm going to recommend. You may be wondering where Black Widow moved to. It has moved and will now sit behind my figures and statues in the corner. It can still be seen, and as I have more figures of Black Widow, especially based around the movie, on the way this year, as well as a couple of other Marvel characters. I've been enjoying posing a few now that I've reshuffled everything. But yes, I will hopefully continue to buy Displates. I will continue to buy figures. I will continue to pump out content through this next year. And if you want something fun to look at, try Tony Stark's headless body behind Spider Monkey. If you look where Spider Monkey and Gwen are dancing, there's a headless Tony Stark from Iron Man 2. If you want content like this, just leave a comment and ask, and I will continue to upload. Thank you. Take care.